forests of the Ozarks hold many secrets, but not all of them are lurking in darkness. In one place, the darkness is overcome by an unexplainable light, an incandescence that seems born of magic. Near Missouri's border with Oklahoma, there's a lonely country road that's been the scene of an Ozark mystery going back to the 1860s. A place where a glowing orb, called the spook light, suddenly appears from nowhere.
People have seen it in hot summer nights. People have seen it in, in the middle of a, tornado. But on a good night, you may see it 2 or 3 times in a 4 or 5 hour period.
It has a tendency to disappear. One minute you're driving down the road and it's in front of you, and you peek this one small hill and you turn around and it's behind you now.
We were actually looking towards the west, and all of a sudden somebody says, "Hey, it's right behind us." So it kind of snuck around and came up behind us and hits the spook light.
How can a ball of light be at one place and then within a fraction of 2 seconds be behind you?
And we watched it turn colors and move, and the whole time you're thinking, how is this possible?
There's no doubt witnesses are seeing something. Explaining it is harder. Through the years, theories about the spook light have come and gone.
In the 60s, Popular Mechanics did an investigation around the lights from Route 66 bouncing off the clouds basically and back down onto this road that's kind of sits parallel with it.
Researchers have tried tracking car headlights from various roadways without much luck. And as residents point out, the spook light was seen hundreds of years ago, before there were cars. Speculation has run the gamut, from the devil to UFOs.
One of the legends was that it had to do with 2 Native Americans that were from different tribes that weren't allowed to get married.
And the chief kills the other one, and the light is basically his soul that's going around looking for, his family.
The legends get passed on. It's just what families do. You tell your children, and their children tell their children, and it just keeps it alive. The Ozarks are rich with this history because the families have been there for a long time.
Julie Crockett Carver knows more than a few things about legend and lore.
I am a descendant of Davy Crockett. I believe that the Davy Crockett strength and spirit is very strong in our family.
Julie found an unusual way to tap into that strength and spirit. Teaming up with an old friend unexpectedly put them both on a path to encountering the magic of the spook light.
But that one on the edge right here, I really wanted to see it because everybody's talking about this phenomenon, this light, that ball of light that dances across, and I really wanted to see that so bad.
For hundreds of years in the Ozarks, people have reported a mysterious but unexplainable ball of light in the sky. In May of 2009, Debbie Miller persuaded her friend Julie Carver to search for the spook light. The adventure was just what Julie needed.
I was bedridden for a long time and didn't get out. Debbie was always calling, and she was a big part of, let's go do this. You've got to make up some time here.
On a warm spring day, Debbie, Julie, and Julie's daughter set out into the Ozark countryside.
It was kind of confusing how to get there because it's a lot of back roads and winding roads, and we had gotten lost. And we were on one of the back roads.
And as it got darker, the woods kind of took on a life of their own.
and there was a pack of dogs. There had to have been at least 6, 7, maybe more dogs. And we thought that was really weird.
Where did they come from? They're all over.
Looks like they're gone.
I am not going out there.
We were sitting on the side of the road and we were getting hot. And I was actually a little leery of rolling my window down just because I had this feeling something would creep up and get me.
I am not getting out.
At first, we were kind of apprehensive. You know, 3 women alone on a deserted road. It's dark. There's no street lights. And it's just, it sends the hairs on the back of your neck standing up. And all of a sudden, all the animals in the forest just started getting really, really, really loud. I mean, super loud.
Oh my God.
And it just kept getting louder and louder, and we were looking at each other like, what is going on here?
Just when the sounds that night were getting strange, what appeared before their eyes was even stranger.
There were thousands of fireflies flying all around.
It was the most unusual thing. It looked like a curtain of lightning bugs. I said, look at all these fireflies. I've never seen so many. They were lined down the road.
They'd come all this way, but would the spook light make an appearance?
Well, we waited for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then as we looked down the road, that was when the spook light appeared to us in a ball.
Oh my gosh, there's the spook light. Debbie's like, that's it. Oh my gosh.
To see this ball of light and watch it dance, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, your heart is pumping really fast. And you never can get close enough to the spook light to really see what it really is.
Recently, Julie and Debbie came out again to try to get close to the spook light.
Look at the whole thing. Till you are standing there in the middle of that road and it gets dark and you're feeling vulnerable, and then all of a sudden you see this light that you cannot explain. It makes you feel so small in the big scheme of things. It's an amazing feeling. I want the world to know that the spook light is not a spoof. It's real. You really have to see it to believe it.